In a quiet town surrounded by fields and small roads lived a young adult named Lena. Lena was passionate, bright-eyed, full of impossible hopes. Ever since she was a child, she had just one dream: to become a professional dancer. She practiced every day. In the kitchen, in the hallway, in the small studio where the mirrors were cracked and the speakers buzzed, people said she had a gift, not just talent, passion, the kind that made her eyes shine when music played. Her parents believed in her. Her teachers praised her. Her classmates envied her. And Lena, she believed in herself the most. At 19, she moved to the city, auditioning for the academy she dreamed of since childhood, the place where she believed her life truly began. And for a moment, it did. Lena was accepted. She danced with everything she had: early mornings, late nights, bleeding feet, aching legs, tears that mixed with sweat during rehearsals. But she didn't care. She felt alive. She felt unstoppable. She felt like the world was finally watching her open her wings. Her instructors saw potential. Her performances stood out. People whispered, "She's going to make it. She's special. She's next." Lena held on to those words. They fueled her. They shaped her identity. She was no longer just Lena. She was Lena, the dancer. Her dream didn't just guide her life. It was her life. Great stories rarely fall apart in one moment. They crumble slowly, quietly. It began with a twisted ankle, a small injury. Her instructor told her to rest. "That's all," he said. "Just a few days." But dancers never rest. Dreamers don't pause. Lena returned too soon. A second injury followed, then a third, then pain that never left. She began missing rehearsals. Her form deteriorated. Her confidence cracked. One afternoon, the director called her to his office. The room was cold. His voice was gentle. His words were not. "Lena, we can't keep you in the program. Your injuries are too frequent. You need long-term recovery. You should go home and heal." It felt like the ground broke beneath her feet. The academy wasn't just removing her. They were ripping away her identity. She packed her bags in silence, walked out of the building she once called home, and stepped into a world that suddenly felt too big, too empty, too cruel. Her dream, the dream she chased her whole life, was gone. Just like that. Lena returned to her small town, not with a trophy, not with success, but with shame. She locked herself in her room for days, weeks, then months. No music, no dancing, no joy. She replayed everything in her mind. Why didn't I rest? Why did I push too hard? Why was I so stupid? She paged through old photos, videos of her performances, messages from people who once admired her. Her past felt louder than her present, and like many who lose their dreams, she began to ask the question that destroys the spirit: who am I if I'm not that? One afternoon, Lena wandered through town just to escape her room. She passed by an old community center with the paint peeling off. Inside, she heard music, soft, broken, but familiar. Curiosity pulled her in. There, in a room lit by dusty windows, a group of young kids were trying to dance. Their movements were clumsy. Their rhythm was off. Their steps were confused. The instructor, an old woman with silver hair, struggled to guide them. She noticed Lena watching. "You look like you know what you're doing," the woman said kindly. "Do you want to help?" Lena almost said no. She didn't want to touch dance again. It hurt too much. It reminded her of everything she lost. But the kids stared at her with wide eyes, hopeful, curious, trusting. So she stepped forward and taught them the basics. Just a few minutes, just one small step. In those minutes, something inside her woke up. Not the old fire, not yet, just a spark. Small, faint, but real. She returned the next day, then the next, and slowly, very slowly, the pieces of her heart began to move again. The kids adored her. They listened. They laughed. They learned faster with her than with anyone. The old instructor whispered to Lena one evening, "You think your chapter ended because your dream changed, but maybe your dream didn't end at all. Maybe it just turned the page." The words hit deep, simple, but sharp. Months passed. Lena began helping the kids regularly. Then she organized small performances. Then she opened a free class once a week. Her steps were small, her confidence fragile, but she was moving. She discovered something no one ever told her. Just because one dream ends does not mean your purpose disappears. Her joy wasn't in her own spotlight anymore. It was in helping others find theirs. One night, sitting in the empty studio after class, she whispered, "I thought the book closed, but I was only at the end of a chapter." Years later, the community center transformed. New mirrors, new floors, new music equipment, all funded by donations from families who believed in Lena. Her small classes grew into a real academy, not the academy she once dreamed of, but an academy shaped by her own scars, wisdom, and purpose. Parents spoke of her with pride. Kids dreamed because of her. She built something stronger than applause. She built impact. Lena often looks at the growing students and smiles. Her dream didn't die, it evolved, and she finally understood. The end of a chapter isn't the end of the book. Some stories begin only after the first dream falls apart.